right, guys. Okay. That's enough of that, guys. Power rankings week 13. Can you believe we're here? Quick update. Rules announcement. There was some commotion in, some uprisings in the league chat about, waiver claims, post-elimination, what standings are the real standings? Do playoffs matter? All this crap. Look, I talked to the High Council. I spoke with the League Fair Play Committee. And they have come to a conclusion, and I am here to tell you the results. So, obviously we know trades post-elimination are not only not allowed, but they're frowned upon, and they're even worthy of banishment from the league. That's a given. We already know that. When it comes to waiver claims, okay, if you are eliminated, you are not allowed to make waiver claims. So can I go pick up Isaac Guerrero? No, I cannot. Now, if nobody puts a claim in for him, and come Wednesday morning, he's sitting there and, I can just add him. Yes, that is allowed. So if you're eliminated, you cannot make waiver claims. However, post waiver period, you can add players. Like I said, you just can't make waiver claims. So that means I am not allowed to make waiver claims this week. And the standings are not final until after playoffs. So, for all of those of you who think I should have to do the punishment, even though, I might not even come in last in the regular season. But regardless, whether it's me or Trevor or whatever, the standings are not final until after playoffs, because then we might as well crown Cole the champion because he's first in standings right now. So obviously we're not doing that. So that's the rules update. Let's get into power rankings, guys. Let's just start it off. Number 10. And there was some commotion about me not ranking myself last week. I don't know where that came from. I definitely wasn't number 10. But number 10 this week, once again, is not me. It's actually Trevor. Now, Trevor sucks, right? So let's just get that out of the way. You could say what you want about my team. It's better than Trevor's. Let's be real. So that's it. I don't have much of a description for Trevor. Team kind of blows. He's out of it. Number 9 is me. Now, I wouldn't say my team blows, but am I out of it? Yes, I am technically eliminated. So this must be what it feels like for the rest of you guys, because I've never missed playoffs before. All of you have. So I guess this is what it feels like. I mean, you got to try new things and stuff in life. So I tried not making playoffs this year. I was successful at it. Next year, I'll be back in playoffs. Number 8 is Jake. Now, does it piss me off that Jake could win and he gets in? Kinda, because his team blows. And, could Jake be in a much better spot if he took my trade last week? Yeah, of course, because pretty much anybody who accepted a trade from me benefited from it. So you're dumb not to. But, Jake still has an opportunity to make playoffs somehow. I mean, I don't understand it, but somehow he does. He finds ways to win. Who's he playing against? Well, number 7, which is Connor. It's pretty much same situation. Well, not really. If Jake wins, he gets in. If Connor wins, he needs Gavin to lose, and then he's in, because he's not going to win a tiebreaker with Gavin. But, Connor is like, he might put up 130. He might put up 90. you don't really know week to week. He's missing a ton of guys. Jake's missing a ton of guys. It's pretty much, there's two arguments for game of the week. It's that or another one that we'll get to. Because, that's what we like it to come down to. I mean, win and you're in type of scenarios in the final week of the season. But number 6 is Evans. Is Evans a threat to win it all? No. He just isn't. I'm sorry. He looked good earlier in the year, then he got worse. Everyone knew it was fraudulent, though, when he was winning. But, Evans made playoffs. Congrats. Try doing it try doing it, your first 4 years in a row in the league, and leading the league in points 3 out of those 4 years. Try doing that. Then you can start to talk to me about like being good and stuff, right? Till then, maybe pipe down. But anyways, Evans is number 6. Number 5, this is crazy. It's Moss. And now there was some commotion that maybe he should be top 4. Problem is Liam, it was kind of between him and Liam, and, Liam had a good week. So now Moss has had like 5 good weeks in a row, basically. He's won 4 out of his last 5, I think. And he's in a scenario where, if Connor beats Jake and Gavin wins, he somehow is in playoffs after starting 0-6, and then, I don't know what's more impressive, making playoffs after being 0-6 or making playoffs after being 1-7, because, he won week 7 and then he lost again the next week. So it's like 1-7 or 0-6, you tell me. But either way, I mean, it's been a good run for Moss. It really has. You got to hand it to him. Can he keep it up? I don't know. But the luck is on his side. I mean, after watching that Monday night game, it went from, Moss was cooked to, Moss is saved to, 2 minutes left in the game and, Moss is cooked again. And then, Jameis Winston throws his second pick 6 and all of a sudden Moss has hope. So luck is on his side. He's got to do it this week, though. He's got his work cut out for him. Number 4 is Liam, most fraudulent good team in the league. And I've been saying it since like week 6. I'm not impressed by Liam's team. I'm not impressed by his, management tactics, which are essentially do nothing. And it shows because, middle of the season, Liam was like unbeatable. Now it's like, I think Liam is a first round exit from the playoffs. He's literally the Eagles last year, right? He looks super good at the beginning of the year, and now it's like, is he even a threat? Not really. Not really. He's just freaking lucky he got all those wins early, because that's why he keeps being in like the top 5. But, is what it is. Number 3 is Dan. Now, Dan slips a little bit. Dan, similar to Liam, but as recently as last week, was looking like unbeatable. And then CMC gets hurt. Yikes. And he's on IR. He's done for the year. That's tough. But, Dan, but he's done most of the season without CMC, and he never got an elite game out of CMC, right? So I think the best he ever got from CMC was like 13, 14 points. So you could argue that it's kind of not that big of a deal. It's just like on paper, he was going to be unbeatable because we all assumed CMC was going to start putting up 20 a week. Now Dan is definitely beatable, but, it's kind of always scary if he's got Saquon. But, he has to slip. He lost last week. Pretty ugly performance. So Dan's number 3. Number 2 is Constance, the reigning champ, the luckiest kid in league history. It is what it is. I did some research, and I found out Kale's probably the only dude in this league who's never experienced like a real injury that actually affects your team. His biggest injury this year is literally Mike Evans got hurt for 3 weeks. Or Chris Olave, got hurt for a while. Chris Olave was never even good. He was putting up 12 points a game early on. So, what he's done is impressive stuff, but Is it kind of insane injury luck that is bound to, eventually go against him? Yes, because that's how it works. Everybody has had to deal with injuries, some more than others, but, I just can't imagine another entire year of basically no injuries that matter. So that's why if I had to bet, I would say Caleb is not going to win. But, he's number 2 right now. Team looks pretty good. And so number 1, obviously, is Cole. Now, does Cole suck and is he a fag for beating me? Yeah. Like, dude, what are you doing? The entire league could be in contention in the final week of the year, and then Cole decides to beat me. Great job, dude. Lucky I don't kick your ass out. But, Cole's team is good. He beat me. It is what it is. I think he's locked up the bye, I believe. Let me double check that. He's locked up a playoff spot. I guess some stuff could happen and maybe he doesn't get a bye. But Cole's probably getting the bye. He's probably going to win this week, and so he'll probably get the bye. And then it's really either Caleb, but Caleb could lose to Moss this week. Who knows? So Cole's probably going to get the top bye, and then after that, it's still up in the air. But those are power rankings, guys. Am I pissed? Yeah. Am I going to come in last? Hell no. I'll come in 7th, and I'll be proud of it. Not proud of it, but, in a couple of years, I'll go into league history, and I'll delete this year from existence, and then, everybody will forget about it. But for now, it is what it is. So, yeah, we will also be voting on a punishment if we're going to do that. So, we'll vote on that before Sunday. So, yeah, guys.